Making headlines this hour. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz attends the commemoration of the 80th anniversary of the victory of the Chinese people in the Second World War, held at Tiananmen Square in Beijing at the invitation of Chinese President Xi Jinping. Chinese ambassador to the Maldives, Kong Xinhua, states the Memoranda of Understanding or MOUs signed between the Maldives and China are set to open new avenues for bilateral cooperation between both countries. And the Maldives embarks on an ambitious journey to shape its future through a comprehensive 20-year national development plan, a visionary roadmap aimed at elevating the nation to developed country status. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to PSM News in English with me, Abdullah Ahil. And now the news in detail. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz attends the commemoration of the 80th anniversary of the victory of the Chinese people in the Second World War, held at Tiananmen Square in Beijing at the invitation of Chinese President Xi Jinping. The ceremony was presided over by President Xi Jinping, together with the country's top leadership. Several world leaders currently in China to attend the Shanghai Cooperation Organization or SCO Summit 2025 also took part in this grand ceremony. The ceremony was followed by a reception hosted by President Xi Jinping at the Great Hall of the People in honor of the distinguished guests. President Dr. Muiz is currently undertaking an official visit to China at the invitation of President Xi Jinping to attend the SCO Summit 2025. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz witnesses the signing of multiple cooperation projects between the Maldives and China at a group signing ceremony held at the Wangfujing Hilton Hotel in Beijing. A total of 11 memoranda of understanding and agreements were signed during the event, aimed at further strengthening the bilateral collaboration across key sectors, including capacity building, economic development, infrastructure, and renewable energy. These initiatives underscore the shared commitment of both nations to deepen their long-standing partnership and explore new avenues of cooperation to promote sustainable development and mutual prosperity. President Dr. Muiz is currently on an official visit to China at the invitation of His Excellency Xi Jinping, President of the People's Republic of China, to attend the Shanghai Cooperation Organization or SCO Summit. Chinese ambassador to the Maldives, Kong Xinhua, states the Memoranda of Understanding or MOUs signed between the Maldives and China are set to open new avenues for bilateral cooperation between both countries. A total of 11 MOUs and agreements were signed during a group signing ceremony held at Wangfujing Hilton Hotel in Beijing. The agreements aim to enhance collaboration across key sectors, including capacity building, economic development, infrastructure, and renewable energy. These initiatives underscore the shared commitment of both nations to deepen their long-standing partnership and explore new avenues of cooperation to promote sustainable development and mutual prosperity. In a post shared on social media, Ambassador Kong Xinhua said it was a pleasure to witness the successful signing of the MOUs alongside the delegation of President Dr. Mohammad Muiz. He noted that the agreements cover key sectors such as capacity building, economic development, infrastructure, and clean energy. He stated that the MOUs underscore the shared commitment to strengthening collaboration for sustainable development and mutual prosperity. Maldives Minister of Economic Development and Trade, Mohammed Saeed, also welcomed the signing of the MOUs, with China describing the milestone as a significant step forward in driving sustainable progress and impactful partnerships. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz is currently on an official visit to China at the invitation of President Xi Jinping to attend the Shanghai Cooperation Organization or SCO Summit. The Privatization and Corporatization Board, or PCB, publishes a new policy on the appointment of company secretaries in state-owned enterprises, outlining key responsibilities and procedures. The policy determines the duties and responsibilities of company secretaries of SOEs as well as the processes for their recruitment, resignation, and dismissal. According to PCB, the framework was developed to ensure that the secretaries of government-owned companies are suitably qualified, that the responsibilities of the role are standardized across SOEs, and that the post is given the dignity and recognition it deserves. It also aims to ensure transparency in matters relating to company secretaries, strengthening their work as well as the management of the company's board. Under the policy, each SOE will establish a dedicated company secretary position. The policy also specifies educational and professional experience requirements for the role. Company secretaries will be appointed by the respective board of directors in accordance with the Companies Act, Articles of Association, and Memorandum of Association. Newly appointed secretaries must also complete the company secretary training program designed by the Capital Market Development Authority within a maximum of 6 months of appointment. The board of directors are required to conduct a performance appraisal of the secretary at least once a year based on a policy established by the board. The responsibilities of the company secretaries include ensuring that the company is operating in accordance with the policies and directives issued by the PCB as well as other relevant regulators. Additional responsibilities include providing advice and guidance to board members on regulatory compliance. The secretaries are also responsible for providing necessary support to the regulators and monitoring agencies overseeing the company's activities. The Maldives embarks on an ambitious journey to shape its future through a comprehensive 20-year national development plan, a visionary roadmap aimed at elevating the nation to developed country status. In a significant move to ensure the plan is grounded in evidence-based decision-making, Nexia Maldives, the independent consultancy firm tasked with its formulation, has launched a platform for the submission of ideas and proposals based on scientific research and findings. This initiative underscores a core principle of the plan's development to incorporate insights from the general public, experts across various fields, and rigorous scientific research. According to Nexia Maldives, one of the most crucial elements of this endeavor is the meticulous gathering of information informed by scientific inquiry. The newly introduced platform is designed to facilitate contributions from a wide range of stakeholders. University students and researchers are encouraged to submit ideas stemming from their studies and findings. Additionally, experts actively involved in policy formulation are invited to share their perspectives and insights. These scientific research papers are expected to encompass previous experiences, recent findings, and forward-looking ideas to guide the country's development trajectory. Nexia Maldives Managing Director Hamid Sadiq confirmed to PSM News that submissions related to these research findings can currently be made through links shared on Nexia's social media platforms, with a dedicated website for submissions slated to be launched in the near future. These scientific studies are set to be presented and discussed at an upcoming seminar dedicated to the National Development Plan. The deadline for submitting these papers is the 15th of October. The overarching objective of this scientific, research-driven approach is to ensure that long-term decisions are based on solid evidence and reflect the aspirations of the Maldivian people. The plan aims to foster constructive and sustainable decisions that will enhance the lives of citizens in the future, building upon the current situation in the Maldives. The Ministry of Higher Education, Labor and Skills Development and the Malé City Group of Hospitals, or MCGH, holds high-level discussions aimed at tackling the pressing challenges related to human resource development and training within the Maldivian health sector. The meeting, led by Minister of Higher Education and Skills Development Dr. Ali Haidar Ahmed and the CEO of Malé City Group of Hospitals Ibrahim Abdul Razzaq Halim, sought to forge a strategic partnership to improve and strengthen the country's healthcare system. The ministry confirmed that both parties engaged in productive discussions to identify and implement collaborative solutions focused on the urgent need to build a stronger and more proficient healthcare workforce to meet the evolving health needs of the Maldivian population. MCGH said that it was working hard to provide quality and accessible health services to the people, with the highest priority attached to improving the quality of health services and developing human resources to build competent and professional staff needed in the sector. The group also emphasized its commitment to finding sustainable national-level solutions to address the challenges facing the health sector. The Malé City Group of Hospitals operates as the largest healthcare provider under a single company in the Maldives. The company manages key medical facilities in the capital Male region, including Dharmavanta Hospital, Indira Gandhi Memorial Hospital or IGMH, Hulumale Hospital, Vilimale Hospital, Maldives Blood Services, and the Thalassemia and Orthohemoglobinopathy Center. With a workforce exceeding 3,500 employees, MCGH is a crucial partner in developing the country's healthcare talent. The joint meeting identified several key areas for collaboration, focusing on addressing gaps in human resource development and training, including identifying the specific skills needed to build a robust health sector, developing strategies to overcome current training and development hurdles, and exploring joint initiatives to cultivate competent and professional healthcare staff. The Ministry and MCGH are set to continue their collaboration, recognizing that a strengthened health system is essential for the nation's well-being and development. Minister of Sports, Fitness and Recreation Abdullah Rafiu facilitates arrangements for Palestine's under-17 national football team to camp in the Maldives to train for the AFC under-17 Asian Cup qualifiers. The Palestinian Football Federation requested the Maldives for the team to camp in the Maldives from the 8th to the 19th of November, as the team is unable to train on home soil due to the ongoing Israel-Palestine conflict. Minister Rafiu met with officials from the Football Association of Maldives, or FAM, including FAM President Ahmad Torig and Secretary General Zarir. During the meeting, it was decided that the Maldives would facilitate the Palestinian Football Federation's request, and arrangements were discussed. The Sports Ministry said the decision to host the Palestinian team was taken to further strengthen relations between Palestine and the Maldives and provide support in sports development. During their stay, the team will play 2 friendly matches with the Maldives under-17 team. Both teams are preparing for the AFC Asian Cup qualifiers. In a proactive move to cultivate a new generation of skilled professionals in its vital marine sector, the Ministry of Fisheries and Ocean Resources extends the application deadline for the Young Fishermen Training Program. The minister said the deadline for the Transforming Fisheries Sector in Southwest Indian Ocean region and Maldives, or Transform program, has been extended until the 17th of September. The 3-month initiative, jointly funded by the government and the World Bank, aims to ignite youth interest in fisheries by providing comprehensive training and practical experience in fishing and related activities. Participants, limited to 5 young individuals, will gain invaluable technical knowledge alongside hands-on fishing opportunities, including the unique chance to work on a prominent pole and line skipjack tuna fishing vessel under the tutelage of Maldives' top fishermen. Each participant will also receive a stipend throughout the program. Eligibility criteria state that applicants must be under the age of 24 who are not currently registered as fishermen with the ministry, while those under 18 must submit a parent or guardian consent letter along with their application form and ID card copy via email. This concerted effort underscores the government's commitment to address the industry's concern over declining youth participation, seeking to revitalize the sector through education and training opportunities to secure its future. 9 airports operated by the Regional Airports Company Limited is officially handed over to the Maldives Airports Company Limited, or MACL. The cabinet approved the transfer of the Regional Airports Company to MACL on the 1st of September last year as part of the government's ongoing policy on reducing state expenditure. Speaking to PSM News, MACL confirmed that 9 airports operated by the Regional Airports Company are now under its management. The airports were handed over 2 weeks ago. The company noted that the airports were in poor condition at the time of transfer, and current efforts are focused on assessing their state and purchasing materials for the development of the airports. While MACL has assumed full operational responsibility for the airports, the liquidation of the Regional Airports Company has not yet been finalized. The government has stated that merging the Regional Airports Company with MACL is expected to reduce costs and further strengthen the overall operation of the airports. Minister of Economic Development Mohammed Saeed said the government's economic reforms have been positively received by international financial institutions such as the International Monetary Fund, or IMF, and the World Bank. Visit Maldives Corporation, or VMC, endorses the call for action on sea turtle conservation, commending the leadership of Muz Mohammed, resort manager at Kora Kora Maldives, and Justin Swart, general manager of the Standard Maldives, who have launched the latest phase of their marine advocacy campaign. Together, known as the Reconnecting Duo, the two resort leaders will undertake a 58-kilometer stand-up paddle challenge to raise awareness on the threats facing sea turtles in Maldivian waters, including ghost nets, poaching, and plastic pollution. Their initiative, held in collaboration with the Atoll Marine Center and as part of the Laviani Turtle Festival, supports the rescue, rehabilitation, and release of injured turtles while spotlighting the urgent need for greater protection of marine ecosystems. The Laviani Turtle Festival has grown into the Maldives' largest community marine outreach program outside of Male, engaging over 3,000 participants annually. It places particular emphasis on school students, inspiring the next generation to become environmental stewards. By tying their challenge to this community-driven festival, the Reconnecting Duo highlights the vital role of collective action in conservation. Visit Maldives said it recognizes the importance of the tourism sector in supporting sustainable development and encourages resorts across the Maldives to empower community-led conservation projects that preserve biodiversity and safeguard fragile ecosystem. The corporation said through such partnerships, the industry can demonstrate that tourism in the Maldives is not only about world-class hospitality, but also about protecting the natural heritage that makes the islands unique. Visit Maldives Corporation has reaffirmed its commitment to advocating for responsible tourism, encouraging travelers and industry partners alike to join in protecting sea turtles and marine life, ensuring sustainable future generations to come. Indian Foreign Minister Subramanyam Jaishankar tells his German counterpart Johann Wedeful that New Delhi is counting on Germany's support to deepen its relationship with the European Union and expedite their free trade pact talks. German Foreign Minister Johann Wedeful is on a two-day visit to India and was in Bengaluru on the 2nd of September. Indian Foreign Minister, while he met his German counterpart in New Delhi, expressed his expectations with EU on trade.
We count on your support to deepen our relationship with the European Union and expedite the FTA negotiations. India and Germany have a strong history of multilateral cooperation, which I'm confident will be further advanced through our talks today.
Trade negotiations between India and the EU have faced hurdles over the EU's push to cut import taxes on cars and dairy while seeking stricter climate and labor rules on Indian goods. India wants to protect local farmers, avoid rigid green rules, and keep control over legal disputes. The head of the Palestinian mission in London says the recognition of a Palestinian state by leading Western nations will trigger a sprint towards a two-state solution. Britain, France, Canada, Australia, and Belgium have all said they will recognize a Palestinian state at the United Nations General Assembly later this month, although London could halt the process if Israel eased humanitarian crisis in war-shattered Gaza and committed to a long-term peace process. The moves are designed to put pressure on Israel to end its assault on Gaza and curtail the building of new Jewish settlements in the occupied West Bank, but some question whether recognition is merely symbolic.
First, it's an inalienable right of the Palestinian people, and the question has been always not why should the UK recognize the state of Palestine. The question is why the UK did not recognize the state of Palestine until now, given its historic responsibility. And actually, the delay in recognizing the state of Palestine has contributing to where we are today. Genocide, acts of erasure, and all the atrocious situation that we are now living and witnessing.
Israel, facing a global outcry over its conduct in the Gaza war, has reacted angrily to recognition gestures, saying they would reward Hamas. The United Nations highest court said in 2024 Israel's occupation of Palestinian territories and its settlements there are illegal and should be withdrawn as soon as possible. Israel's right-wing government rules out a Palestinian state and says the territories where settlements have expanded are not occupied in legal terms because they claim they are on disputed lands. Austrian athlete Peter Salzmann completes a spectacular wingsuit base jump, hitting a top speed of 347 kilometers per hour during a daring flight in Switzerland. Salzmann jumped from the north face of the Eiger, launching from a narrow ledge known as the Ecstasy Board, 3,713 meters above sea level. The Salzburg native reached a top speed of 347 kilometers per hour after around 20 seconds and was in free fall for 35 seconds until he reached the landing point at 1,640 meters.
I think the moment from today I will remember the most is on the exit point, where I was waiting for the drone, and then the drone came up, stopped next to me, and I looked at it and I knew like in 10 seconds we will race against each other. It was such a cool feeling, and then we counted down from 10 down to 0, and then I jumped off and I heard the drone next to me accelerating. Like this was, I think this was the special moment.
A tracker was integrated into his wingsuit and a radar gun was used to accurately measure all data, including speed. Salzmann was developed a year ago to race against multiple Formula One world champions. On a wheat farm in Heidelberg, a quiet shift is underway. Farmers turn to Biochar, an activated carbon made from waste wood, to restore degraded soil, improve crop yields, and help combat climate change. Clayton Postma, owner of regenerative farming company Regenerate, is among those leading the transition. Instead of relying solely on chemical fertilizers, Postma is introducing Biochar pellets mixed with mineral-rich rock dust to farmers in South Africa. The Biochar is produced in Johannesburg by Adsorb Carbon, where waste wood chips are fed into oxygen-limited pyrolysis furnaces heated to around 600 degrees Celsius, then further activated at up to about 900 degrees Celsius.
When we have this additional product in the soil versus plain chemical fertilizer, we are actively restoring the soil and putting back micronutrients that the soil may have been robbed of over past generations of farming. At the same time, we're putting this carbon in, although very small quantities, we are seeing a significant difference in the way that the plants respond to that.
Applied to soil, the activated carbon becomes carbon negative, locking away carbon for centuries. Adsorb captured approximately 750 tons of carbon dioxide in 2024 and supplies activated charcoal to fertilizer, animal feed, and cosmetic industries. An ecologist, Stuart Christie, who works with both Adsorb and cultivating carbon, says most activated carbon in South Africa is coal-based. Christie adds that South Africa's soil typically contains only 1 to 2% organic carbon. With Biochar, that can rise to 3 to 4%, improving water retention and crop resilience. On the farm, wheat grower Jaco Uys inspects the soil where 71 hectares of canola and 208 hectares of wheat is planted using Regenerate, noting that burying carbon boosts yields and stores more carbon in the ground, helping close the loop between agriculture and climate action. And that's all the news we have for today. We'll be back with any further updates. Until then, I'm Abdullah Ahil from PSM News.